Next, I'd like to invite up, as she's right here with me, Mary Nichols. She's going to talk a little bit about all kinds of things. She's going to talk about hip-hop. She's a DJ. She probably knows how to handle a room like this. She's actually started a bunch of stations or a bunch of shows before, even some syndicated ones like Fusebox Radio. And she's going to talk about how to embrace hip-hop here in D.C., the do-it-yourself culture, all that good stuff. So I'm bringing her on. Mary Nichols.
All right, everybody. Good evening. I'm here to address a rumor that's been spreading all throughout the music industry and music culture as of late. It's happened around 2006 when a Queens MC named Nas made an album / marketing tool, / everything else with the phrase, hip-hop is dead. Ladies and gentlemen, hip-hop in no way, shape, or form, socially or culturally, is dead. Hip-hop itself is now an international brand that's the engine of a multi-million-dollar industry of music, clothing, and various products sold by outlets ranging from local mom-and-pop operations to gigantic corporations. You can't escape hip-hop's music and influence because it's literally everywhere all over the world. You can't even turn on any mass media form and escape hip-hop's influence, whether it's a personality, whether it's a concept, or whether it's simply beats and rhymes. It even has apps for that, as you see me holding my BlackBerry right now. It's pretty nice growth for something that people in the 80s thought was going to be a disposable fad like Beta or ColecoVision. Hip-hop in its creative musical art form, culture, business, and lifestyle, again, it's not dead. But it is going through a major and possibly life-changing health issue. Hip-hop, the approximately 40-year-old descendant of American classical musical art forms like jazz, rock, blues, funk, and soul, along with a touch of reggae, is currently going through what I term, and what y'all will see soon on the display, is a severe, horrible, terrible, crippling midlife crisis. And right now, it's at a crossroads. Like its musical ancestors, hip-hop is in danger of killing itself slowly by forgetting or willfully resisting the roots of what made it interesting and exciting in the first place, which in turn made the masses want to be personally involved in its well-being. Some of the young B-boys and B-girls who creatively combine business and beat savvy have become the equivalent of that fat, lazy guy in your office who's just either coasting to retirement, working way too hard to keep up with the young people and just looking awkward, and or, just bitterly yelling at people to essentially keep off their lawn and stay away. It's sad. But luckily, we can all play a role in rejuvenating hip-hop so it still stays lively and influential. Hip-hop has to remember that it was essentially kind of an anarchical art form where when you didn't have certain things, you had to go and still be able to create. There weren't instruments, so you had 2 turntables and a mic, 1 fat DJ on the set, all that type of cool stuff. And now we're in a place where it's just become too corporate. We let the corporations speak for the streets instead of the streets speaking for the corporations. What we need to do is break that chain and let it go. One of the things to keep hip-hop from being ordinary and dry is that it can't stop and won't stop unless we let it die. So there's 2 roles in that. One of those roles is with the artist and the various companies. People have to keep being unique and not become copycats. We have a big copycat culture right now. T-Pain, when he was on auto-tune, everybody was on auto-tune. Dr. Dre sells headphones, everybody else sells headphones, so forth and so on. And with that type of copycat culture, who wants to really spend money on that? Because after a while, you're just getting the same old thing. People want to buy uniqueness and creativity. You don't want to be felt like you're being hustled every time somebody's going into your pockets and stuff like that. Now, in this day and age, the hip-hop generation has something that the old school never had. They have the internet. You have no excuse to not be creative anymore because even if you're signed to a label or something else like that, you still have a way to put your own type of product and expression out there. With the internet, there's numerous tools that never existed for musicians to promote and express themselves, which gets the mainstream to pay attention faster and quicker than ever. After all, the mainstream always eventually follows the underground. Now, I talk about the artists and the businesses, but hip-hop also sucks because of you, the fan. If the fan's not keeping up to a certain standard and telling people what they want or just being like, oh, well, it makes money, it's all good, guess what? They're going to go with what makes money. If you can't drop 99 cents for an MP3, you're one of the reasons why hip hop sucks. If you can't go to a show and support things, you're one of the reasons why hip hop sucks, and so forth and so on. If you just go towards corporate media telling you what's hot instead of you deciding what's hot and letting them know what's going on, you know, Viacom is supposed to tell me what's good, Radio 1's not supposed to tell me what's good, Cablevision, etc. You're one of the reasons why it sucks. You got to boycott things. You got to support what you really are down for and what you like. Spend that money. Money talks, bullshit walks, the saying goes. So, you know, people sacrifice a lot of time and effort into making this creative art form for all of us to enjoy. At the end of the day, here's some food for thought. No movement has ever made a strong impact by conforming. You always had to stick out. There always had to be an active, do-it-yourself underground scene just to keep things lively and make stuff happen. We can't get soft, old, and dry just because these corporations that want to make things easy say so. We got to go forth, and at the end of the day, even if we want to build with these corporations, other people, maintain that do-it-yourself mentality. If it stays in place, the better product that comes out, the better grooves we can move to, and everybody can go forth, relax, have a good time, and spread that love. I thank all of y'all for listening to my presentation and seeing me at this bar. I'm on the web. Shout out to my mom who was able to make it today. Woo! Shout out to my people in New Jersey, and shout out to my people in the DC metro area and all my Twitter people and everybody else who hit me on the phone tonight. Thank you and God bless.